Wow, we're back.
Welcome to our weekly podcast, where
Yeah.
every Mondays we release our podcast at 9 a.m. on the dot, as usual.
Oh, this is
Thank you
not
for
coming out on
tuning in.
Monday.
Thank
Yeah.
you for tuning in. No, that's a joke, right? Because it's like,
Oh, right.
they're never gonna see it at the normal time. So basically, it's like, you just have to catch the drop, my man.
Yeah, don't mind that our last video says Happy Christmas on it, and I still haven't
Yeah.
edited it out. Hey, man, it's been a busy couple of months. Okay, I had to go fight insurrectionists in the outer colonies.
Oh my God. Well, you
Yeah,
know what? Thank you for your service.
yeah, that's right, that's right.
Yeah.
The UNSC health plan is just not that great, man.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, the retirement plan is zero. Just yeah, just don't die is your retirement plan.
Wow. Wow. That's that's what a real international hero is. Intergalactic hero, actually, I
Well,
should
yeah,
say.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So civilian BR55, I guess people like it, people hate it. I don't know.
People generally like it. So, yeah, I was gonna make a video about this. And I know I made the Halo assault rifle video, and I kind of had like a like behind the scenes or talk, and explaining how I did it, some of the features, the bugs, and then some of the design aspects. And I haven't done one for the BR55 or the RDB yet, and I figured we can go over some of that as well as look at some of the comments and answer some of the questions and some of the funnier ones.
Listen, it's not in the right caliber, okay?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that for sure. So to start out with, a lot of people. So here's one. Oh God, I don't wanna call people out, but well, I'm gonna have to. How do I do this without like making fun of? YouTube is gonna fucking like call me out for making fun of people. I'm gonna have to like
Well,
manually go out and blur everything.
yeah, I think it was like because usually people only show one line with like the blurred.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be really annoying. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to go and blur everything out manually. So much work at doing this for you guys. But all right, from somebody, and this is surprisingly, this is pretty funny to me. But there's a comment saying, basically, believe it or not, a lot of people thought Caltech actually made this.
You know, it's not far-fetched to think that because Caltech just makes like such wild things.
Mhm.
So it's like I could see them like being like, oh, like for example, if Caltech made one even just for fun, and then basically they like just had like a prototype one-off kind of thing,
Yeah.
or they were thinking about making one and then they just never actually released it out for like public consumption, and then people like might just think like, oh my god, like how do I get one of these, because Caltech already has that, sort of like it's kind of hard to acquire, especially their new lineup of guns. So I could see, them just being like, oh my god, like I need to get this gun that Caltech just made that I'm just finding about right now, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's like it's not far fetched to think that they would make something like this, but Caltech also does very original designs. So
That is true.
that's yeah.
Very.
And then Smith and Wesson just being like, "Can I copy your homework?" Like Caltech's like, "Oh yeah, just change it and like just don't make it look like the same." Cool, got it.
Well, yeah. Wait, are you talking about? Sorry, did you say Smith and Wesson or Springfield? Like,
Smith and Wesson made the that bullpup shotgun. That's basically a
oh, the
copy of the
bullpup shotgun. Yeah,
KSG.
yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
some
yeah.
reason, I thought you were talking about the Hellion, but
Sorry. No. I
the
mean, the
shotgun.
Hellion
Yeah,
is its own gun, so it's
right,
like,
right. That's
yeah.
oh yeah.
I was
I'm
really surprised about that though, because I'm like, that's kind of ballsy in the fact that like the KSG is like so uniquely Keltec and well
yeah,
known as Keltec that like Smith and Wesson would even try to like get in on that market.
yeah. So, but I have
It's funny.
the Keltec on the. If you don't know what the Keltec RDB looks like, it's just a It's just a bullpup, right? It's just a simple, pretty standard fare bullpup. It's a really nice bullpup, actually. I would say for the price and what you get, it is probably the best, like the most not economical, but the best value, I think, bullpup, or maybe even centerfire rifle that you could get for like under $1,000. The performance and the features you get, like it's unbeatable, basically. Like
How
it,
close would you say the base gun to the RGB is already to the BR55?
what do you mean? Like how?
I guess like for instance, like what your modifications were to it to make it look like the way that it does, that we did it versus like somebody buying one and then basically just putting like a carry handle on top.
So it's funny you mentioned that because I have, for a while I do have one that's just like, oh, I just stuck a carry handle on top, and it's already pretty goddamn close. Because if you look at like, the picture of the RDB, really, if you just throw a carry handle, it's like 90. I would say like
Which
90%
carry
there.
handle did you put on your stock RDB?
I had a G36 carry handle, like that's integrated. I'll show a
But
picture, not now, but later.
but that one basically is like it's not modified, or did you have to modify it to mount it to
I had to
the
do a little bit of modification to mod. I had to get like basically like custom mount, but like there are, I think the closest you could get is if you buy like either that shotgun or the Vism carry handle, the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
NCSR. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah,
And those are Picatinny attached, right?
yeah. Like there's a Vism carry handle, not that one. There we go. That's like you have to, yeah, you still have to do a little bit of mod, but
Yeah.
there are things out there that you could throw it on, just be like it's kind of close. Like if you flip this thing around,
Yeah.
you could kind of get
Well,
close.
yeah, because that one is like meant to like house the front sight or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's meant to.
Because you wouldn't be able to mount you wouldn't be able to mount like an optic to the front side of that. Man, that thing looks so cool.
It
Like
does
I
look
just
really cool.
it's like God, like I know this is gonna be like a hot take because like everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's airsoft parts, but then I'm like, dude, it looks so cool. I mean, very few people have success in making an AR not look like an AR and look sci-fi, and like I think Vism has one of the best renditions in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's like and it's like it's wide enough. You put a suppressor, maybe even like a warden, something like not a flash hider. You
No,
put
you know
some.
what I wish? I wish that the front had a triangle shaped suppressor.
Okay, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of,
Yeah,
I see where you're getting at. Yeah, or a
yeah,
square, either a
yeah.
square or a
Square
triangle.
or triangle. I think
Yeah,
like because the angular lines
hmm
of the handguard, I think that this I think the triangle will be cool, and
hmm
also nobody has a triangle suppressor.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, it would go well with the like the SPR type, the handguards.
Actually, back in the day, OSS suppressors used to be hexagonal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So a hexagonal one would be kind of cool, even
Yeah,
though, I mean, that can wasn't very good and had a lot of problems. But like, if it was a good suppressor and you had that on the front of that gun, that'd be pretty cool.
yeah, that's that's funny. That guy mounts it backwards.
Yeah.
But no, it's but yeah, but essentially what I did was I had to basically build the rear stock, well, stock portion of it, which is just it's kind of just a, where is it? I have a picture somewhere. It's there we go. Yeah, so if you can see, it actually it this so this is just a shell. This serves no purpose. The back of the rifle serves no purpose other than giving it the look of the battle rifle,
No, 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 no.
right?
It's a blast shield.
Yeah, oh, you're right. It's a deflector, right? Right.
Yeah.
Actually, if
Yeah.
actually, that's a good idea. If I put I could make a little plug, and then it holds all my shells.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, the RDB ejects behind the magwell, which is what makes it like truly ambidextrous.
You could
But
make like a little trap or sliding door
yeah,
so that you can
exactly.
empty the shells
Uh-huh.
out. But like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pretty
So
funny.
So if you want to keep your shells, it's a really good design. But yeah, we'll call it a shell catcher. Yeah, it can be functional. You're right.
Yeah,
It's a shell deflector.
it's for
Yeah.
reloaders.
Mhm.
You know, it's for guys who served in the UNSC. They got out and then basically they just spend all their time reloading.
Mm. You're right. You got to reload those really hot reloads to shoot through elite shields.
Yes, because the UNSC allows you to keep your service rifle after you leave the service.
What is this, Switzerland?
I mean, just in case another alien uprising comes out, you got to be able to grab your arms and get back into battle, right?
Yeah, but and then the front end was where the bulk of the work is. All right, the scope. So a lot of people think it, like, yeah, I put the aim point on top, and then they thought I put two optics. There's a couple comments I'd have to look through, but they thought I put two optics, but the bottom optic is actually the same as a G36 scope. So it's 3.5 times. So it actually serves some purpose of having a magnification, because this is where the like the ammo display should have been, but I couldn't get a clean enough, and let's face it, I was just lazy. I could do it, but I wanted to get this done sooner than later. So I just opted for something a little more functional and practical. So basically I have dual optics. I have 3.5 times, and then 1 times red dot on top, kind of like you would do with an ACOG red dot combo.
On the real BR55, the bullet counter is located in between where both of your optics are, right?
It would be on the bottom optic. It's basically where the bottom optic is.
Is it on the bottom, like underneath the aperture, or is it above? I can't remember exactly. Oh, okay, it's actually below. Okay, I got you.
It's the win. Yeah, here it is. It's just a window.
I see.
Under it, so. And I probably will make one in the future that does have it. But for now, nah. But it's just the G36 one. But this one doesn't take G36 proprietary mount. This one actually mounts directly to Picatinny. So I just put on a LaRue riser to, because it's cool and it's QD. And then
Wait, but how come you didn't make this gun in 6.5 Creedmoor?
Oh, we haven't gotten to there yet, okay? Jeez, all right.
I'm just trying to reflect on the ratio of comments for it.
Oh my god. Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet, okay?
I actually feel like you probably got more caliber request comments on the assault rifle.
Oh, the assault rifle was just plain silly. The amount of questions I got, that was just like, oh man, like I don't. I'd have to go through the comments, but literally the assault rifle video I did, people. Oh, there we go. Here, literally the second comment. Yeah,
wait, but that one, it's like it isn't. Oh wait, oh yeah, that's on the assault rifle. Yeah, you're right. So. But I love the people guessing what caliber it is too, because it's like they can't figure out what what it's in or something.
Yeah, so it's just silly that people.
Hey, I wonder if this will ever be sent to real combat.
Oh, here another one. Literally, right under that. Let's see if these guys will make a 7.62 or 5.56 version of it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but okay. So to quell any confusions, okay, the assault rifle is in 22 Win Mag. Okay, it is a bigger 22 long rifle. Yes, it's just a 22, but you know what? So is a 5.56. So get off my back.
Hey, it's still 223, right? Still 22.
Yeah, it's still 22 caliber. Okay, so it's 5.56. But no, jokes aside, the 22 Win Mag, it's actually a decent round. It's just poor man's 5.7. So,
yeah,
there's 22 and there's 22 Win Mag. Okay, so then the reason I picked that is because the base gun is another Kel-Tec, right? It's the CMR 30, which for the size, it's the only thing I can find that will hold 30 rounds, which is the closest thing I can get to the
Caltech, please
capacity.
sponsor us.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Caltech, if you want to work together, you know where to find us.
Yeah.
I'll work. I'll definitely. That'll be so cool to produce something.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. And most of these are just like body kits with like, yeah, there's some internal modifications, but like most of these are, especially the battle rifle, it's just body kits. So it's like it would be super easy to produce. Um, and yeah, the back is 3D printer. The front is a mix of metal, wood, and 3D printing. So the bulk of it, this square part you see, that's wood. And I opted to make out of wood. I could 3D print the whole thing, right? And that's the easy part. But the problem is, I can't figure out how to not make it melt. As you know, 3D printing is just plastic. So I opted to make the middle of it where it shrouds the barrel out of wood to help deflect the heat, and then the handguard, the bottom of the handguard is 3D printing with a little bit of patterning just to break up the lines and make it have a little bit of detail. And then the part of the carry handle in the front block is made of metal, along with the attachment points. So
Now this has to be sent to the military for their testing procedure, so that way you can get that into combat. So it's gonna need to go through it's gonna need to go through the gauntlet, like basically like one combat load in was a semi-automatic, and then one combat load in full auto, and then like I don't remember the exact like firing schedule, but it's like that ridiculous amount of like ammo that they go through like to like test guns and like suppressors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like yeah. We're gonna need this thing to be combat ready,
Yeah.
What's the drop test for an M4? Is it like 2 stories or something like that? I don't remember.
I don't know. Nobody's gonna. You think anybody's gonna willing to drop their gun from 2 stories? I will. You know what? I put it out. Like I would love to see. Yeah. That. You know what? That's like I know. Like a lot of other people have done mud test, ice test. You know what? Why hasn't anybody thrown their gun off 2-story? Where's my 2-story test? All right.
Technically, Daniel Defense does.
Oh. No. But I'm talking about like the gun tuber, like a private.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm calling all the private and gun tubers out there. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'll be transparent. I'm not gonna do it. Actually,
I mean, probably Grand Thumb, right?
Yeah, but he gets like 3 free guns. So yeah. I want people to drop their gun that they would actually use.
Yeah.
Like I might do it. I'm taking a look at my gun. There might be a gun. I might throw my 870 off 2 stories. I feel like that would survive.
Yeah, but the 870 is like stupid simple, so it's like
it's cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, aside from that, it's like I'm actually fairly certain the 870 will survive no problem.
Yeah, that one might survive. I feel like the Scorpion might survive because it's so light and small.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not. Actually, it is sheet metal. Yeah,
I guess it depends on how it's thrown and where it hits, I guess.
Yeah. You know what? I'd be willing to bet the Garand could survive two stories, depending on what it falls on.
But I think the stock might crack, but that's the only thing I could see really going wrong with it. I think it's like that would be the only like potentially catastrophic failure.
Yeah. Now we're talking about landing on concrete, landing on dirt, like.
Yeah. So like, I mean, we're really, this is all theoretical. So it's like.
I guess if you're in a story, then it's got to be like concrete, right? Because it's like you're
probably. Like, I was more thinking like gravel, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not same thing, but either way, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not gonna survive. I will tell you straight up. Like my
creations are not gonna survive. Gonna see it in real combat.
Maybe if Caltech wants to build one. Caltech.
Well, it's like all the people who are like, oh yeah, we need to get this into the military's hands. He's gonna get mil contracts for this thing. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I hate Patreon whores.
Patreon.
Who's he even talking to?
I have no idea. That's the GBRS video. Sorry,
Oh,
the Groupers group video.
yeah, the Goobers group. God,
Uh,
that video actually has like oh my god, like so many people white knighting for them. It's
uh,
okay. You're allowed to like GBR. You're allowed to like whatever you want.
oh, here we go. Here's one. Somebody asked, real ammo? Someone asked, yes, 9 millimeter, not
Yeah.
bad. So my favorite part is people that, I mean, but this is just common culture. People just like, you're not even right. So, I mean, but, I
So
mean, I get,
I love that the first comment is like solid yes, 9 millimeter. The second one is walking back a little bit and being like, yeah, from the way that I can tell, like, as best as I can observe with my, like my powers of observation, it's 9 mil with the amount of recoil that's coming. It's like, what? Like that doesn't make any sense. I love this. I love this so much. And then we have to ask Beretta to make these rifles. I'm failing to see where the dots are connecting with like where this conversation is going.
yeah, I mean, okay, to be fair though, I did make a really shitty prototype version of it with the Beretta CX4, so maybe they were confused with that one. But like,
Oh yeah, 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 that's true.
but in this video, I literally, oh god damn it, I can't. Oh my god, let me go to the video. Oh my god,
You can't. You're not allowed to go to your own video, dude.
view comment on video. There we go. So in this video, I literally show you the ammo that I'm loading. So you just have to, yeah, because I remember I make fun of Winchester ammo, piece of shit ammo.
No, the problem is because right now, 4 minute video, way too long. Like nobody could sit through that. So basically, it's like they're watching the first 30 seconds and then just coming to their own conclusions.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, there. If yeah, oh, there we go. Don't use Winchester ammo. It literally, here it is. You literally see the ammo box right here. There's a 20. You can see 22 right there.
Dude, that
It's
is
clearly
basically
rimmed. There's no primers.
that's like almost 2 to 3 times longer than people can pay attention to.
You're right. You're actually right, which is really sad.
I mean, like, think
We do
it's
need
like,
to make more shorts though. That is something
Yeah.
I've been told IRL from people that like, hey,
Yeah.
like we need to take a lot of our videos, like, and we have a lot of videos. We just need to cut up,
Just cut up
just
like
download,
15
re-download them.
second,
Yeah,
like
just
10
cut up and
second ones.
re-edit one. Yeah, like up to 1 minute, and just basically do what everybody else does. Like, and then just to spread it out, because you're right, nobody had the
I also
attention
like just
span.
I also just hate that our culture has gone like so fucking like in that direction in the sense that it's like like the fact that nowadays people literally cannot pay attention to something for more than like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
not.
because you have to capture their attention in the first 3 or you're basically lost them. And it's like within 3 seconds, like you can't even sit through like yeah, like you can't even sit through 10 seconds worth of content to get to like the good stuff. I like in my mind, like this is my personal opinion, but it's like in my mind, I don't think that you deserve to even see the content. But basically what it is like I understand that like that is the world that we live in, so we have to like play by those rules and like, if we want to like, be able to do things, it's like yeah, we have to or if you want to be successful in that, you have to like conform to like what the viewers are like looking for, but it's like in my opinion it's like and this is like kind of like like I just don't think that you like deserve to see the content if you don't have the patience to like sit through like the build up basically.
Dude, I feel like I feel like I'm getting old. I'm starting to get like that grandpa or like
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
get off my
definitely.
lawn status.
Yeah.
Because like I'm just like looking at like even some of our current generation, but especially the generations after us, it's like holy shit! Like these kids
Yeah.
they have no patience and they have like no like sense of God. This is gonna start to get it like basically like that like toxic whatever like I don't know Sigma or whatever bullshit that people are like spewing like social stuff. But it's
Yeah.
like, dude, like you're not owed anything. It's
Yeah.
kind of my point. It's like people just like they just make wild assumptions of like, oh my god, I can't. I don't want to get into this, but it pisses me off. I see it at work all the time too. It's
See,
like it's super annoying.
that's why I have to appreciate people like migraines because like he even though he is from that generation, he like is like actively like working against that culture.
Yeah.
Like, he's got relatively good patience and like discipline and like, just like things that you just don't see in today's generation. And that's so it's like, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I do definitely feel like, I'm getting
We
old, man. I'm
yeah.
getting old.
Yeah, we're just old people trying to play a young man's game. Just gotta get on that YouTube grind. Gotta make those
No,
shorts.
no, see, that's why like when we're still around, we're gonna be dangerous, because it's like, yeah, you'd always be aware of like old men
Yeah,
in
young.
like in the profession. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, you either become YouTube famous or live on enough to get in some sexual allegation scandals. That's how the
Oh
code goes,
God.
right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But
Mm. Thanks, Harvey Dent.
yeah. Honestly, like I would love to be able to produce these. A lot of people would buy it, and I don't know. On one hand, I'm like, I'm gonna like be like Mr. Burns, put my like hands together and then count my shekels. But like, um, on one hand, it's like I want the money, but on the other hand, it's like I liked being the only one that has it. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, you know. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
on one hand, I do love making stuff, and the money would be great, and but like I do enjoy being like unique. Like I enjoy building things, right? It's like, and I think at some level that's how every YouTube creator or YouTube builder, I mean, like people, like feel like that. It's just like they love building, but you can't tell me that you don't love being unique and special. Like being like the guy that makes the Avenger stuff, or like the lightsaber. It's like they got a world record for it. Be like, oh, world's first real lightsaber, right? Like you can't tell
Mhm.
me that's like that doesn't drive you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think some people kind of take from both sides, and
mhm.
basically they have like something that's like their unique, special version of what they offer. You know what I mean? So like, it would be like, for example, if you made a product and then basically that product was like the mass produced one, but then you had a version that you made for yourself that was custom. It's the same, but it has like extra features or it's different in some way. That's like the only one you have, basically.
Yeah, and I think that's what's gonna happen if I will mass produce it. Is that it would be like simpler or more robust, right? And most of it would be honestly cosmetic. You all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I just.
It'll be more cosmetic. So, it depends. Like I said, Caltech called me. Oh, this guy. So if this is the guy I'm thinking of, I'll click on it. No, 404 not found. No, whatever. If this is the guy I'm thinking of, somebody made a working shotgun. I'm actually kind of mad because that was my next project. It's actually oh man, like I don't know if you guys seen it. It's actually really cool. Let me pull it up. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's like you're racing against time here, right?
Yeah, so somebody actually did make a.
Isn't it the top? It's not the top one.
It
Oh,
is, but there's just
okay.
a
Oh,
shooting
it is.
video.
It is the same guy. It is
Yeah,
the
it
same
is.
guy.
Yeah, so he is the guy. Yeah. So yeah, he made and then and I mean, I don't want to say all he did was, but he basically flipped, and that's how you would do it. You would just flip an 870 upside down.
Well, so then I'm not sure about this, but
Is that an 870? Yeah, that is an 870. Wait,
either that or a
left hand
Mossberg.
left hand ejection port? Yeah.
No,
No.
no, because oh wait, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah,
It
that
is a
is a left.
left-hand injection.
Which shotgun has a left hand injection port?
I think you would just buy an
The
870
the
lefty,
okay.
probably, because
Yeah.
I think they do make one, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah. Okay.
But so on the real shotgun,
Mhm.
does it eject out of the bottom, or like where do the shells eject from?
I thought it ejected off the side, but let's see.
Because it's top loading, like you load it from the
It's
top,
loading. I thought it ejected out the right. Yeah, so you ejected out the right side. So left. So you would need a left hand
okay,
ejecting
so
shotgun.
that actually
Yeah.
works then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially it is a custom modified trigger and stock grouping. So they just flip the trigger from top to bottom.
Yeah, so
And
the
then it's probably the most robust build because it's like 90% of it is cosmetic, right? Like none of this actually changes the function of the gun other than the flipping upside down. You're still gonna pump it. The pump is just on the bottom, but it's still tied to a tube up front. Well, not tube, but like it's tied to the bars, whatever the pump bars.
Hmm. So they do make a left-hand eject 870.
Okay, I'm not surprised. Weird lefties, but yeah. So that's.
I mean, I thought they would because they make like left-handed like Remington 870s and stuff, and it's a pretty simple design, so it's like
right.
Can't see why they wouldn't just like flip it.
Yeah. But
I mean, he did a pretty good job.
No,
on
it's
that
a
gun.
really
That's
good job. Like,
pretty cool. Yeah.
Like I have to say, he put in more. Like I'll say it. He put in more effort than I would have done. Like, yeah,
At least
like,
you can be honest about it.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest. But he did have help, though. But he did have help, I will say. And I know that gun store. They're pretty cool. They're really good at gun. They're really good at fabrication and machining. So like I try to keep my stuff as a one man Bubba Gunsmith. I feel like if I ask for help or go elsewhere, then I have to up my level of quality.
Yeah. So this way you can keep the level of jank at the desired amount of effort.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm from a film background. I just need to make it look good and make it look right.
Yeah.
He actually did a really good job, and I will say I would not have done it this well. Yeah. But I would say, yeah, the shotgun's probably the easiest one to make like an accurate Halo gun. So, whereas like I've had to take a lot of shortcuts, right? So other than like the gauge, which in Halo it's like something dumb like 8-gauge shotgun. Other than like the caliber, it's basically spot on.
Yeah. Wait, why isn't it in 50 cal?
maybe we'll find one in those. Yeah. No, this is my favorite. Meanwhile, at Caltech, snorting cocaine. That's like most. Like I would say,
That's
like 25% of the comments are just people memeing on Caltech.
That's like the only way that they can come up with like the designs that they do. It's like something's going on up there. It's like think about how different Caltech is from basically every gun company in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Caltech,
FN was like that, like in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
And so,
man, the P90, the FS2000. Ooh.
Yeah, right. But then, like for some reason, they lost their way somewhere along the route. Yeah.
Hey, again, you look. You either become the hero or you live long enough to make the next AR-15 clone.
You're right. Oh, wow.
It's just Batman quotes every day.
How true.
Here we go. Now we just need it in 7.62 by 51. There we go.
I mean,
winner.
at least that one's asking for like the real caliber.
That's true.
That's like at the very least, right? Because like some of these requests are just so wild. Like somebody asked for us to make the assault rifle in 338 Lapua Magnum.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like it just blows my mind that like how am I supposed to find me a gun chambered in 7.62 by 51 with a magazine that holds 60 rounds that doesn't look like that doesn't look like a car battery, and then I will build you one. How about that? Like, you know what I mean?
Because just like, imagine housing 60 rounds of
30 round magazine FN SCAR 17. Let's see. Like, yeah, like that's a 30 round mag.
Yeah.
Like
your best bet would be to have a triple stacked 20 round 308 mags that you basically like fuse into one box, and then like basically you just slam that thing in there, and then like it just feeds from like 3 different locations.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like it's like even if you quad feed it, but then the gun will be thick. And then like thick with like not even 2 Cs, like probably 3 Cs. Yeah, that's not happening. I'm sorry. As much as I would love to, like it's just not happening. At best I could do is probably 20 rounds. I could probably do it in 20 rounds, but then people are gonna be like, it's only 20 rounds.
Yeah. So you need to make basically the Surefire 60 round mag, but for 308. You know, the tapered box mag.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. What is the gun called? Well, it's an RDB, Caltech RDB. Look it up. Great gun, 10 out of 10. Well, I'm not even sponsored by Caltech, but I'll show Caltech every day. It is the best valued centerfire rifle, hands down. Like, fight me on this. There's nothing you're gonna find in the market for less than $1,000. Right? There's nothing.
No, there is nothing. Nothing at all. Until like PSA comes out and like makes like some bullpup for like $700 or like $600, but it like half the time doesn't work or something like that.
Yeah. So you're just gambling then.
Yeah.
I always wonder how the bolt mechanism of the gun will work. So in realistically, if you do want to make the bolt mechanism, it would be that Soviet weird bullpup. I forgot the name. There we go. So it would actually be based off this design. With the magazine all the way in the back, and the way it works, it's literally got a lever that pulls the. I mean, this is the best. This is the only thing that makes sense, but it's just basically got like half a chamber, like an arm to reach back and grab the next round off the magazine. So you could actually, in theory, you could actually make the Halo with the magazine all the way in the back. So
It
it's
looks like
possible.
something out of like Doom.
Yeah, it looks more something out of like body horror. Like this looks like
Yeah.
like Gore
Yeah.
House. Like this is like
Yeah.
like a Videodrome.
It's kind of freaky. All right.
Higher voltage battery, E trigger. That is correct. It is actually an E trigger. So
That's illegal, man.
It's
That's
not-
I'm
it's not
reporting the
illegal.
ATF on
E
you.
trigger. They have said they have said E trigger is illegal, but then they've also said the brace is legal. So what do I know?
I love the people who are just like, "Oh, I'm gonna report the ATF on you," like, or like, "I hope you don't have a dog." It's like, okay, dude, like, you're really tough. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like,
E trigger. I think that's the future of guns. Still, I think more electronics than guns. And I know people like complain about it's like, oh, but it's like my reliability, but then I have to swap. Haha, I have to swap batteries. But let's face it. I'm looking at the people with like shitty optics and no iron sights.
well, like the real future of firearms is Nintendo Power Glove.
Yeah, we'll do something with that. So, yeah, 1022 into a VSS M7 hybrid. Just get a 22 Magnum. No, 1022.
Nice.
1022 is a great. I think it's a great. Yeah, honestly, if you want to build a lot of this, do it in 22. At least, get. Like I never went to school. I never went to gunsmithing or any like even machining. Like I have like maybe one semester of like mechanical engineering. Maybe I went to like 2 classes, I think. But like, if you want to start, just start with something cheap. Honestly, I started with modifying airsoft guns. So anything to help you get into that mindset, I will say.
You know why you're so good at this? Because airsoft guns are way harder to work on.
No joke. Airsoft guns are way more complicated than real guns. Like the only hard part about real guns is navigating the ATF legalities rather than the actual like gun mechanisms. Guns are so simple compared to airsoft. Like no joke.
That's like on the flip side, because like with airsoft, like you don't have to worry basically about almost anything being illegal on it. But then like on like real guns, you're like, oh well, does I have a barrel long enough, or like like whatever the case may be. So it's like
yeah.
I think that's like so funny, because it's like, oh, this is just like the law preventing you from like doing certain things versus just the complexity of the machine preventing you from doing things.
Yeah. There's definitely like a weird like there's definitely a weird like diagram. It's like as the complexity goes down, the law comes up.
Yeah.
It's like an inverse law.
Say, hey, you're having too much fun here, and now that's not legal.
Yeah. We just don't talk about we just don't talk about KGWM4, right? Yeah. Okay, we don't talk about it. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, caliber 223. Yep. So needs a smart magazine that track each individual round. It's possible, but
I mean,
like,
isn't that the thing that like Magpul and some other company just like announced earlier this year?
yeah. So like, there's a lot of ways of doing it. All of it is beyond. Like, I could do it, but not in a way that would be mass producible or like convenient, right? Like, it's just the problem is I don't think anybody wants to invest in it because it's just not feasible. Look at magazines. The fact that magazines are so cheap, like, and people are gonna start crying about like. So okay, you know who can do it then? HK could do it because people are already willing to bend over and pay $80 for a magazine.
Yeah. But then like HK is like not like technological at all and
No.
like doesn't innovate whatsoever. So basically like I mean from like what the 90s, so then
Mhm.
so essentially it's like they're never going to do it, right? But the other problem is that like magazines are disposable regardless of how expensive that you make them.
Yeah.
It's like because it's a disposable item, then it's just not it's not a trackable thing.
Yeah, and you can make the magazine disposable and still have round counting, right? Like cheap
Mhm.
magazine, but the problem is then you need to put a lot more electronics and components into the gun itself, which then
Yeah.
changes the form factor of your gun. And that's I think the problem is that everybody wants like it to be simple and also but still in the shape of like an AR-15. That's just not going to
Yeah.
happen. And so it's like you would. So I could do it, like if you give me a gun, but it won't look like an AR, or it will have like protrusions out the AR-15, or I need like built on a
We would
box.
need like some like much more advanced technology.
Yeah, and it's there. It's just nobody wants to invest in it because there's no ask for it. Like
Okay, Silicon Valley, please sponsor us.
when the military starts asking for it, I think there will
Yeah.
be. But if there's nobody asking, if there's no money in it, why would they innovate, right? Because gun
Yeah.
companies, despite like Caltech, I think Caltech's like that's why Caltech can do this because other than Caltech and maybe a handful, everybody's in it for the defense contract and the big budget contracts. So
Yeah.
they don't care about you. They don't care about us. That's the whole point. Like we're the little market. Like, come on,
This is the truth. This is the truth about this podcast is to tell you that gun companies don't care about you.
Yeah, get red pilled.
Yep.
Yeah. But they don't care about you. That's why. That's why there's no fun guns. That's why everybody, even fucking Steyr, their newest gun, it's just I mean, it'll be a nice one, but their newest gun is an AR-10 basically.
Mhm.
If you could scale that to like Glock 17, I mean, the rounds will be a little more effective, I guess. But 22 is cool though, and it's quiet.
Yeah, just ask the Israelis. I mean, what?
Yep. Where file?
Wow, just the entitlement in that, like.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
I did say I was gonna release some, but I might still like just been lazy.
Like, come on, man. At least have a full sentence.
No, but I think I'm more inclined to give somebody that says where file because it's just funny. That's internet at its finest. Where
Okay,
file?
that's a Chad play, I guess.
Yeah. But I have to dock points for proper capitalization and having the question mark, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
See, that's why I'm like confused because it's like they like did everything else right.
Yeah. It's like you're supposed to no capitalization, no punctuation, and maybe misspelled. Then I know you're for reals.
I like how they think they're gonna get an answer from like somebody else. You think they're gonna sell this? Like,
oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, that might be rhetorical though. That might be
yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So. Yeah, it's just a mod RDB. Where'd you find the parts kit? All of it is just sourcing. 90% of this is just sourcing parts and not sourcing parts like actual parts, but like figuring out what will work best and like designing it. Because I have to work within the constraints of the gun. Because I'm not designing a gun from the ground up. If I design it from the ground up, it would look like 99% right and work 99% right. like the real gun. But and a lot of the fun is just working in the constraint. Like I can't move the charging handle, so it's like okay, I have to play around with that. I can't, like the magazine. I can't move the magazine, right? And the barrel is going to be stuck where the barrel's at. So get Tracer around. That would be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah,
I
that'd
am
be
thinking.
pretty.
So I've been thinking of building. I've been thinking of building a 40K las gun, like out of like either 9 mil or 22, and just like shooting code tracers out of it. So it just looks like I have a laser gun, like pew 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 pew.
That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, do the ODST SMG next. I already did it.
Well, we get a lot of one-off people because they're only here for that video. So
That's fair. I would be willing to release the files for the stock. I don't think I can release the file for the carry handle and foregrip because those files are just like little bits and pieces. The rest of it still had to be like like hand fabbed out of like wood and metal. So, but I'd be willing to release the stock part though. So I'll find a time and place, and then maybe I'll make a video announcement, be like, "Hey, I released it," and I don't know, I'll do it in like Thingiverse or like ED.
let's face it, that's never gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Look, we don't want to get their hopes up too high.
No, because I do want more people to start building stuff. I think that's it's kind of like this is basically cosplay, right?
Imagine if
you want
did.
people to be part. Sorry.
Imagine how mad people would be if you actually made this gun out of a real FAMAS.
Oh my god!
Because they're like so expensive and like rare now. Like basically, it would be like, remember when we were talking about B210s back in the day, and then like chopping one. Mm-hmm. So basically, like it would be like that, where like if you had a FAMAS and you modded it into a BR55, like just like the rage of people just being like, I can't believe you modded. Like, I mean, I bet they're like 20 grand now, like easily.
Oh, probably more. Like
yeah,
dude, like I've been looking to sell my FNC actually, and then it's like I'm just kind of waiting for like the price to hit like fucking like ultra critical mass.
Yeah.
So mostly so I could buy a machine gun. But yeah, is that a FAMAS? That's a good meme. That's old school. That brings me back old school. It's like 4chan days. Everything is a FAMAS. Like if you just ask if everything is a FAMAS.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't get the joke.
Is that a FAMAS?
Still can't believe it's real. It's as real as you want to be.
Oh yeah, I love that guy.
A lot of people don't think it's real, which I get. It's like with like CGI and like anybody can do it. Yeah, like
we actually just use AI technology to make this whole video.
Yeah, I went the hard way. It's like it would have been way simpler for me just to learn CGI and like spend time rendering it. And I know other people have done that, but that's not what I do here. Okay, I do it for real. I don't just fake shit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
That's right. You know who I'm talking about.
Wow. Well, as long as we don't say it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you could probably figure it out.
Yeah, so he can't ban us.
Yeah.
I don't want to get canceled.
We're already banned, dude, from everything.
Probably.
So, Rock Island Auction Company sold one for 27,000.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to see when they actually did sell it, but anyway, that's the highest I've seen it at. Like, freaking like a decent sized entry vehicle.
Yeah, I do appreciate the support though. Like, it does make me feel good when people.
You just want these people to stroke your ego.
Hell yeah, stroke it so good. That's really what I do it for. Okay, why else would you do YouTube? Let's face it, okay? You only do YouTube because you want the adoration and the fame and the fucking prestige. I'm not gonna, you know what? Like I'm laying you on some truths right here, okay? It's like everybody does it for themselves.
If you ever looked up Cortana Rule 34.
Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's some high school energy right there. No burst fire. That is a lot of people is bashing on me for not having burst fire.
Yeah, well, that's that whole like pesky NFA thing.
If I wasn't on YouTube, look, let's face
For legal purposes, that is a joke. All
that is a
right.
joke. That is a joke.
Yeah.
Legal purposes. Yes, that
Yeah.
is a joke. But I'm just saying, like, there's a reason why you don't see people on YouTube with a lot of machine guns because, yeah, but yeah. Imagine being in a war, dying from being shot by a gun from a video game with UNSC in it.
Wait a minute. Somebody makes an airsoft RDB?
Yeah, do it? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I've never seen one before.
Yeah, it looks like
Whoa.
airsoft
Okay.
RDB.
Okay, I quit. I quit real guns. I'm over this.
Ares makes an airsoft RDB. Holy shit.
Dude.
Okay. Dude, airsoft has fucking gone crazy. And that's what I mean. Like, airsoft doesn't have the constraints of a lot of real guns, so it's like I like that they're exploring like weirder guns, and like they need to just make cooler and non-existent guns because that's just you're not restrained by rules. You don't have like SBRs and shit. Like you can make whatever you want.
No rules. Shoot anyone.
Shoot your friends.
Yeah.
Go watch our airsoft versus real steel video. You'll get that reference.
No, they won't be able to sit through the intro.
Oh, that's right. I mean, there was a airsoft version of the RDP. Yeah. Oh man, silly guns. Lots. A lot of people mention RDP can make a better DMR layout. That's true. That is true. And for a while, when I just had the optic on, it looked like a DMR, but and I still will. I think I'm gonna make a DMR next. Maybe not next gun, but next Halo gun would be a DMR because it's so easy. But the reason I didn't was because I thought the battle rifle would be more iconic, and it is. I think the battle rifle is much more iconic. Like for people that are like not just Halo fans, right? People that just played Halo or saw Halo, you would recognize the battle rifle. But the DMR is just like, yeah.
Whoa. That's illegal.
It is illegal. For a second, I thought it was Firepower United. No, we're not. We're not as cool as him. He's way cooler. He's giving us the Asian representation we need.
Yeah.
Him and 9hole. Maybe you know what? I should take the RDB. I should take the battle rifle out and try to do a long range run range shoot.
Whoa. Wait, the barrel length on that thing is 16 inch?
Yeah, 17 inch.
17 inch. Okay.
Wait. I saw a spicy one. Where is it? These are usually skin 22. And 223 is just a bigger 22. He's right. Yeah. Keltec Mr. Armories in disguise. Yeah. Yeah. If I'm gonna start a company, I'm just gonna call it Mizraya Armories. Like I don't care. Like it's not trademarked. So like Microsoft can't sue me.
Wait, it's actually not trademarked?
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
Halo is trademarked, right?
Yeah.
Like Halo is trademarked, but usually they don't trademark things in games or in like movies because like they're not real. They'll just like make it up. Usually you don't do it because you don't want to like incur the wrath, but like it's not trademarked. So
no, then we'll just pivot to Misery Armory.
Misery Armory. Okay, that's even better. Misery Armory. Oh man. Yeah.
It barely resembles the VR. Go back up to that guy.
Which one?
It was a stream. Oh, there we go. Yeah. It barely resembles the VR. I take it back. He just walked back his whole thing. What?
No. Some people are like that. I give him a spiel. Yeah. I gave him the time of day. Some call the U.S. Some call the us military.
Yeah. Shut up and take my money.
Okay. Just send it to.
Yeah. Just send me the money. Just send me the money.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no promises going the other direction.
Holy height overboard, Batman. He's right though. That is some insane height overboard. It's fine. It's suppressed. It's night vision height, right?
This guy has never seen the Goobers video.
The groupers video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, do you know what the center to bore axis height is on the aim point on the top?
I don't know actually. I
It'd be kind of interesting to find out.
It's not a unrealistic height because like if you look at it, other than if you take out the LaRue mount, right? This optic is meant to mount on it. So it's not like it's not like it's
I
huge
think your
height.
aim point is actually very close to like some of the taller night vision mounts on the market today. Like I
Yeah.
would say it's probably a little bit taller than fast
Yeah.
height from Unity, which is 2.26, but
Yeah.
I think that it's probably close to the Knights skyscraper one, which I think is like 2.33.
Yeah, I think it's a little. I think it's on par with like the ACOG, the big ACOG with red dot on top, and then you
Yeah.
like, on a riser, on a single like riser. So
Mhm.
either way, it's usable. So get off my back, okay? I'm shooting at alien-sized targets. I don't need to be
Mhm.
precise, okay?
Yeah.
Well,
I
Caltech made
mean,
this
it's also
tanker.
a 3-round burst only gun, so how precise
what
do
you're
you need
talking
it to
about.
be? Yeah. I mean, what?
Oh, somebody has made the rocket launcher, so that's a thing. Somebody's
Oh,
made the rocket
yeah.
launcher. That is
So-
really cool. I want to make the rocket launcher. I don't think it's gonna happen just because that
So
guy's
did
made
you
one.
see that when Nick Chen did the review on it that he actually got hit by the rocket blast?
Oh no, I've not. Yeah.
So like so I think there was a dude who made the rocket launcher
Yeah,
and
this
then and then I think Nick Chen, who does like reviews for like TFB.
Oh, that
He
guy.
ba-
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that guy,
he
yeah.
basically like I think met up with this dude and then they were like just doing some like testing and stuff like that. And then like I guess he like stood in front of the rocket that they were about to launch
I heard
with
something
like
about
just like
that.
he just had like a ballistic shield that he was like standing behind and then I think he wanted to operate the camera from the front side.
I think I heard something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the rocket basically came out, but it didn't ignite until it was right next to him and like burned a hole into his butt or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make the rocket, but since this guy has done a much better job, I'm just gonna be like, you know what, like, there's no reason to, there's no reason to, like, overlap, right? Like, the idea is as long as everybody covers the whole spectrum, I think we're
Yeah.
happy. Because there's a guy that's done a really decent looking Halo pistol from a Glock. Yeah, this guy. So it's like, he's on.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty good. So like,
Oh, what is that other? Oh, it's an XD though. Gross.
I think this one's Titanfall. Yeah, Re45.
Yeah.
Titanfall and Halo. So it's there, right? As long as we don't all overlap. Eventually, so.
Hey, wait till they see our needler.
Yeah, I wish. Anyways, it's approaching the hour mark, so we'll call it good here probably. But we're not just
Give me one more good one.
we're not
Give me
making. Yeah, okay. Let's see.
One more. Oh wait, go back up. You're a goofball. Drop in the bucket. I won't forget. Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, I thought that was. Never mind.
Yeah, that's dropping the bucket. Yeah.
Okay, damn it. I thought that was like a comment like referring to the video. Yeah, give me one more juicy one before we call it.
Juicy ones. This guy gets it though.
Wow.
What was that? I didn't see anything. I didn't see
just
anything.
breeze right through that.
Just be right through that. Yeah.
Mhm.
BXR, classic. Let's see.
Floridian system, tip to balls.
It's just a beefy FAMAS. That's not good. It's not quite there. 3-round burst.
Wait. Oh, nothing.
Looks like an AUG FN2000 combo. I wish I can mod an F2000. Holy shit. I'm not ballsy enough to mod an F2000. Dude, I don't have enough money. Hmm. If this were to send to any war, dude, you got future reliable gun. There's some funny like people that that say like, you know, the military just needs these, and then people will go to war.
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite comment still.
Yeah.
There's some pretty good. I mean, go check it out for yourself. There's some pretty good funny comments. So, but anyways, we kind of made fun of some people, kind of, I guess, maybe not, but we do appreciate
No,
the comments.
we love all of our fans. Come on.
Yeah, I do appreciate all the comments though. It does help. It does give me the drive I need to build more. So
Where file?
where file? where file? Just that guy. I'll give it to just that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll reply to just him, just his thing, and then if people see it, they get it. But otherwise, they won't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? Actually, let's see what this is.
Oh yeah, that's true. We did see some like foreign questions.
Can I just if I do this? Would it translate?
No, you gotta go to the actual translation. Now it thinks you're Spanish.
Whatever, forget it. I'll deal with it later. Okay. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching or listening or whatever this medium you're ingesting it in. So
yeah, thank you for watching our weekly scheduled podcast that we always release on time. You know,
and we'll try to make it more consistent. But hopefully we'll have more videos coming out. Yeah, when's American Glock coming out, huh?
Oh yeah, I don't never.
Okay.
See, I think it's just we just have to get it out there that it's like, man, this is really just like a hobby for us. So it's like, you know, we're trying our best, but it's like ultimately this is just for fun. So it's like I hope you watch our videos in fun and not necessarily, you know, for the sake of having consistent content that's available to your fingertips lightning fast that gets your attention in the first 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like podcasts we can do relatively consistently. I always say that, knock on wood, but I'd rather do quality content. Quality is subjective.
Yeah.
Anyways, but thanks for watching, guys.
Yep.
All right, bye.